I want to talk to you about the business plan shop versus businessplan.com versus upmetrics.co. Of course, we are speaking about business plan software. So this is a comparative analysis of those three players when it comes to business plan software. So here's an evaluation I want you to really familiarize yourself with. I want to first start with the business plan shop. So when you think about the business plan shop, I want you to think about a constellation of templates. I want you to think about a constellation of business plan writing aids. And so this is really good. Now, the only thing is that for the business plan shop, you better be an experienced, I would say, an entrepreneur when it comes to business plans in general. So if you're a startup owner and you're kind of a newbie when it comes to the business plan whole thing in general, you're not gonna love a business plan shop, because the business plan shop actually has a certain prerequisites. Okay, so beginners or those looking for plan writing guidance will need to keep looking elsewhere. So when you think about the pros and cons of the business plan shop, you have the pros first. You have lots of opportunity to customize business plan elements. I'm talking about financials, so the forecasting, all the financial plans, all the different sections of a business plan. So you really understand that you have to have a clear idea what a business plan is before you can actually navigate around the business plan shop. And so what about the cons here? The thing is that there's no much education or encouragement about what to say in a business plan, which really makes sense, because the whole thing is geared towards experienced business plan writers or experienced business owners. Okay. And so you have a fantastic structure, but little inspiration when it comes to the business plan shop. So what we love about the business plan shop is that they actually provide a serviceable business plan creation tool, which really begins at $22 to $25, sometimes $28 for per month, of course, for a 3-month subscription. So you are able to do a lot of things. You can actually create the business plan. You can actually do forecasting, and they have a forecasting model that goes from 3 to 5 years. So a 3 to 5 years forecasting plan, and you are able to actually go through the whole process of creating your business plan, whether in a solo capacity or within a team. So that's really fantastic. But the thing is that, once again, for a business plan shop, you better know what you're doing. So why should you know what you're doing? Because basically the business plan shop assumes that you really understand that there are many steps in a business plan. For example, in the business plan shop, you have 2 steps to create a business plan using the service. In one module, you write about your company and its goals. So, and the text editor asks you to describe the business, its market, and the company's financial highlights, with more detailed solicited on products, competition, strategy, and operations. You can see that really you got to have a clear idea about what you're doing, right? So that's module number 1. Module number 2 is the financial section, which really prompts you for information about your business lines, overhead, investments, and capital, including the nature of the investment you seek. So we're talking here about what? Financial inflows versus financial outflows. And this section includes data about your products and services, as well as their sales projections and expenses. So that's really an important element. So what happens here is that, you have module 1, where you give the qualitative aspect of your business, and module 2, you talk about the quantitative aspect of your business. And so within the business plan shop, you have what we love about this tool is that you have a pretty strong financial forecasting tool. So you have the ability to do a lot of things. You have the ability to go a little deeper, especially if you want to analyze your cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay, so the financial forecasting aspect of things is really good. And so you have, for instance, you have a lot of categories. So depending on the amount of guidance you desire, you may actually have things around financial variance, financial marketing projections, product projections, and so on and so forth. And so that's really good. And you also have a pretty strong editor. So you are able to actually use the editor to do a lot of things. For example, the editor can help you in terms of cost of goods sold, which is really, as you know, a component of the profit and loss, it also called income statement. You are able to actually chart several reports. It really depends on you. And we also love the fact that the editor will also make some suggestions around R&D, so research and development, depending upon the phase of your company. So that's really good. That's the kind of guidance that we love. But it doesn't go as far as helping you, like a hand holding you when it comes to writing the business plan itself. It will ask you questions, and based on those answers that you give, it will build something in the background. But that's really that's about it. I want to talk to you now about Biz Plan. So we're still having a conversation about business plan software, right? The business plan shop versus Biz Plan versus Upmetrics. So when you think about bizplan.com, I want you to think about an ecosystem. I want you to think about a community. I want you to think about not just a business plan software tool, but way beyond that. You have a whole ecosystem, okay? Because BizPlan is part of startup.com, and startup.com, as you probably know or you don't know, is a really powerful community. When it comes to the startup community, it can be thought of as an incubator. It can be thought of as a collaboration platform, as a feedback platform for startups. Okay, so when you actually sign up with bizplan.com, you have a lot of stuff, not just a tool, but you have a community. So, but I want to first talk about the features and modules that you can actually avail yourself of if you were to go with bizplan.com. Let's break it down for you. So when you go with bizplan.com, you actually have a financial forecasting, you have market research and analysis, you have strategy development, you have marketing and sales planning, you have collaboration and presentation, you have industry specific templates, and you have integrations. Now, when we talk about this, I'm not just talking about an all-in-one platform, right? You have the ability to actually work collaboratively. In other words, your team members, everybody in your team can actually collaborate. Even investors can provide feedback on a business plan. So we love this collaborative nature, this collaborative conduit that bizplan.com actually facilitates. That's just really fantastic because you're getting feedback in real time. So that's really fantastic. And one thing I want to say here is that when you think about bizplan, the integration part is really cool because you are able to seamlessly integrate BizPlan with other business tools and platforms such as CRM systems, so CRM, client relationship management, accounting software such as QuickBooks, FreshBooks, Zoho Books, and so on and so forth, and also project management tools such as Asana and Zoho Projects. Okay, so that's really fantastic. In terms of pricing, I want you to look on the screen here. Here is a pricing for BizPlan as of the date of this show. What we love about BizPlan is that they give you the opportunity to pay monthly, annually, or let's say as a lifetime. You have to pay one time for a lifetime access. So that's really cool. So long story short, I mean, what we advise our clients and viewers is to actually go for the lifetime, especially if you know that if you're running multiple businesses. And you want to actually have access, because see, when you think about it, if you pay annually, let's say if you're paying $20, or let's just say you're paying $29 per month, right? 29 times 12, you're already pretty close, or if not even above the lifetime access. So that's 1 year, because 29 times 10, that's 290, and if you add the $58 on top of that, that's like 348. So 348. If you were to go with a lifetime access, that's a lot better. You get all the benefits at once. So that's really fantastic. So the best plan, if you are going to use BizPlan as part of your strategy, is to actually go for the lifetime access. Of course, you got to have the resources for it, but it is really worth it. Okay. And what I want to say is that when you think about BizPlan, you have several benefits. You have a comprehensive financial modeling sort of process. You have industry-specific templates and guidance. You have streamlined collaboration and presentation. You have integrated market research and analysis. So that's really something that you might want to think about. So when we talk about that, let me just break it down a little bit for you so you have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. Let's talk about the pros and cons of BizPlan. The pros first. You have cloud-based. So customers actually love the fact that this software is cloud-based because You have the ability as a customer to access it from nearly any device. You have templates, so you have a large selection of templates. You have a business plan assistance. So you basically, as I was telling you a little earlier, you have an ecosystem sort of environment. So you have a mindset of ecosystem. In other words, you are able to talk to others and really get feedback in terms of business plan presentations, business plan feedback, and so on and so forth. And you have progress bars. So basically, the progress bar feature is kind of useful for at a glance looks at your project progress. You have Fundable integration. So basically, there is a platform called a Fundable. So Fundable. So basically, the Fundable integration is good because you are able to fund your business right away. That's really fantastic. You have reporting, and you have the ability to ask the right questions. What about the cons? There could be a slight learning curve. You have limited planes, so that's what I was just telling you. It's just better to go with the lifetime access. So overall, you have a business plan is it's pretty comprehensive. It gives you all the things you need to make sure you get your business plan written in no time. I want to talk to you about Upmetrics.com or Upmetrics.co. And so when you think about Upmetrics, I want you to think about a tool designed to facilitate business growth through better organization of strategy. So when you think about Upmetrics, don't just think about business plan. You got to think way beyond that, okay? And so you have the software comes with templates to serve as a starting point for business plans. You have pitch decks. You have financial forecasting tools, and you also have strategic planning resources. So that's really fantastic. And what we love about Upmetrics.co is that it is international in nature. So you have nearly 200 countries that actually where entrepreneurs have used this tool to build business plans, presentations, investor presentations, regulator presentations, and so on and so forth. Okay. Let me walk you through the good and bad, the pros and cons of Upmetrics, so you have a clear idea what I'm speaking about. So let me first start with the pros. So when you think about Upmetrics, I want you to think about scalability, and I want you to think about flexibility. So you have business plan templates, you have brainstorming, you have a canvas modeling, you have pitch presentations, you have excellent value. So when I'm talking about business plan templates, you have nearly 200 to 250 business plan templates within Upmetrics. You have brainstorming, so you're able to actually tap into the collaborative nature of your team, the collaborative I would say standing of your team to know exactly what's happening in terms of the business plan, right? You can actually do some brainstorming, some progress tracking, and so on and so forth. You have canvas modeling, so you can use Upmetrics to create one-page visuals that describe key elements of your business. So this is super handy for sharing your business plan with stakeholders, investors, and others in a much more striking and engaging way, right? So it's all about really making the right impact. You have pitch presentations, and you have an excellent value. So Upmetrics, I'll speak about pricing later on, but Upmetrics has a pricing model that starts at about $9 per month, which is really a solid value when you consider the alternative of hiring a consultant that will charge you hundreds of dollars per hour to guide you through the business planning process. So this is kind of an important element to think about. So what about the cons here? You have project management features that are really lacking. You have a full service support that's really inexistent. You have financial forecasting. So something that Business Plan is really good at, Upmetrics is not good at it. So financial forecasting is really an element that's missing. And you also have a mobile app. So mobile app is can be a little problematic because Upmetrics, the mobile app is not really where it should be as of right now. I mean, we heard that they're still working on it, and so hopefully they will fix it by the time this video comes out. So, but it is what it is. So let's talk about the pricing. You can see on the screen here is the pricing as of the date of this show. So Upmetrics, as you can see, is very, very affordable. You are talking about $7 per month if you are billed annually. And so this is really fantastic. So that's for the starter. And the premium will set you back $14 per month. And that's if you accept the annual billing. So if you go with annual billing, you can save a quarter. You can save 25% when it comes to the total price. So that's really fantastic. Now, There are some cases where Upmetrics may have a demo for you, or even a limited free demo version. So you get limited access to the platform, and anything you create in it, from business plans to pitch decks, you get. But you have to actually accept the Upmetrics watermark. Okay, but overall, this is a pretty, as you can see, this is a pretty affordable tool, right? And so you have a tool that's really affordable for all kinds of businesses. So you can actually browse through over 800 business plan templates across categories like food, beverage, and restaurant businesses, transportation, travel and logistics, mobile app and software development, retail and e-commerce companies, professional service providers, event planning, real estate agencies. So that's really cool. You have the possibility to actually have all kinds of niches served in the platform. So it's just a matter of you actually finding your niche and picking your templates. Okay. So Upmetrics is actually used by a large area of customers, from business consultants to advisors to entrepreneurs to startup founders to students to business schools. So that's really an important element to think about. Some people use the tool as a teaching. They use it as a teaching as part of their teaching arsenal. For example, when you think about business schools, for instance, that's really an important element. Okay, so business schools and educators can leverage Upmetrics as a teaching tool, and they have been doing so because this is really a modern way to teach students studying entrepreneurship or business management about how to write a business plan. And practicing pitches and writing business plans are core parts of the curriculum for every business school. So Upmetrics really helps set those students up for success with these types of projects, and gives them the tools they need to turn fictional data or fictional ideas into real businesses. So that's really an important element to think about. So what's the selection here? The business plan shop versus baseplan.com versus Upmetrics. Which one should you go for? Well, the one that you go for, it will depend upon the factors that you are looking for in your business plan software. Because when we talk about business plan software in general, one thing that we always pay attention to is the ease of use. You don't want nothing really complicated. You don't want nothing convoluted. You want the plan to be easy, especially if you deal with, if your team is pretty diverse, right? If you have a diverse team that works from multiple geographies, you want them to be able to access the tool and really use it. So UX and UI must be really strong. So the bar must be really high. Okay, don't actually go for business plan software that's really complicated, that's wasting your time for nothing. So ease of use is really an important element. Okay, so you want to look for intuitive navigation, clear instruction, and a layout that makes it very easy to input and organize your information. Again, you have to really understand that you're not going to be the only person to use the software. You're going to have to think about your team, especially when it comes to brainstorming. So you want to have the business plan tool, the business plan software, to be a conduit of collaborative spirit, a conduit of collaboration that allows you to actually write your business plan as soon as possible and present it to investors or to lenders and what have you to get the cash that you need. Okay. You also want to think about features and business plan templates. So you want to check the range of features and business plan templates that the software offers. So look for a diverse selection of business plan templates catering to various industries and business types. For instance, you saw how many templates that Upmetrics has. It's just crazy. That's really great. It's fantastic. And the software should also provide essential sections like executive summaries, market analysis, financial projections, and more. So in terms of flexibility, you want to be served. You want to have financial modeling tools. So your business plan software should allow you to input financial data and generate accurate and comprehensive financial projections. And this business plan creation tools are kind of vital for evaluating the financial viability of your business. You want to have collaboration and sharing, security and data protection. And also you want to have the exporting and sharing options, right? Because you want to check the software's export options. And you likely want to share your business plan with others, such as investors, VC investors, lenders, regulators, and also business partners like your like you can think about your suppliers, for instance, even your customers. So this is something to think about. You want the ability to export the business plan in PDF, PowerPoint, or Word, for instance. So who is the winner here? The Business Plan Shop versus BizPlan.com versus Upmetrics.co. Which one should you go for? Definitely, if you are an experienced user, you want to go for the Business Plan Shop. If you are a startup that wants an ecosystem of funding, an ecosystem of guidance, you want to go with the businessplan.com. If you are looking for a variety of templates, go with upmetrics.co. So our winner is really is different, right? Our winner is it really depends on the category you're looking for. If you're looking for template variety, our preference goes to upmetrics.co. If you're looking for funding and brainstorming, go for bizplan.com. If you want a straightforward business plan software tool for somebody who is experienced, go for the Business Plan Shop. So here's the bottom line. So in today's conversation, I spoke to you about the Business Plan Shop versus BizPlan versus Upmetrics. So I gave you the evaluation, the selection, the winner, and now the bottom line. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.